you were a top recruit about to commit to a Division I college, would you want to turn that celebrated moment into an insane challenge? Well, that's exactly what Anthony Knox did. A couple weeks before Super 32, Anthony Knox called us and told us he was ready to commit to I'll probably just bleep the name of that school, but don't worry, you'll find out what it is by the end of the video. We were like, wow, that's great, and it felt super full circle that he wanted to do it with us, considering I was just at his house like 4 months ago, watching all these coaches reach out to him for the very first time. But then this crazy kid tells us the way he wants to commit. He tells us his plan is to run through the whole tournament, and then right after his finals win, he'll bust out a shirt and announce the school he's committing to. Now, to us, this was obviously a really exciting opportunity to make what could be a sick piece of content, but the whole week leading up to Super 32, we couldn't get one nagging question out of our head. What if he loses?
Super 32.
Wow.
Super 32.
Super 32.
Super 32 has, without a doubt, become the toughest high school folk-style tournament. The brackets aren't just huge, they're deep. Anthony's bracket alone had 172 wrestlers, with 11 ranked in the top 20 in the country. He may have been the top seed, but the Super 32 is where wrestlers go to put their names on the map, and where top seeds go to die.
He gets the ankles hooked. That's a takedown. 3 points for Vega. Sergio Vega takes out the #1 guy in the country.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was dramatic. I've been talking for too long. Let's get into some wrestling.
Through the walls, I break through the chains. I'm moving along, but it's calling my name. That I can have with this pain. Keep pulling me close every time I'm restrained. I did not come in no games.
Pretty good. Yeah, he looks all right, man. I'll keep him.
When it's saying, I feel like I'm about to lose it. I'm on the move like a runaway. No turning back, I pick up the pace. I do not care what the others say. Listen, I told you that I did not come to play. We about to take it to higher heights. History's waiting when I arrive. Today is the dawn of a new, and I'm about to show them that they cannot hold me down.
Anthony cruised through day one with 3 techs until he got to the round of 16 where he had a returning California State finalist. And if you know one thing about us California kids, it's that we can, I'm sorry, what? He teched him? 15-0.
It is. Good job, it up.
All techs.
What'd you say?
I said day one, all techs. I just got to replicate tomorrow and then get that title, get that fire-ass commitment.
How'd you feel getting him to come at you a little bit more, making contact?
Felt good. He was kind of just waiting for like a perfect shot.
Yeah.
I was trying to get him to shoot.
You did much better with those elbows. When you were reaching, you had the elbow checks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're not overly reaching, coming in, boom. You can check it and go short offense. That would look good.
That cradle was nice.
What?
That cradle was nice.
It was. Cradle guy all of a sudden.
Still didn't get the Musakayev.
He's trying to do the Musakayev?
All week. I keep talking shit to him, saying that he's never going to get it here.
I got it on like the best guys that wrestle. I get it. Like I get it on D. Shaw, sorry Shawver. I get it on Astronaut, and I get it on Dean. But I can't get it on someone who doesn't like give a hard reaction to my single. So it's like kind of hard to hit on kids here, but it'll happen. Trust. I'm gonna get it.
Wait, what's the Musakayev move that you guys are talking about?
Where he drops.
So you rip this, and then when you step back, you come here.
You know, he goes on all fours and he circles. Yes, that's what he's trying to hit.
That was the end of day one. Dude got 4 techs straight into the quarterfinals. But even as good as he was looking, I was still really nervous. Day 2 was where the real challenges awaited and nothing was guaranteed. Before we get to that though, I did have a chance to talk with Anthony the night before the whole tournament even started, where we got to catch up on what his whole recruiting process was even like.
What's up, dog?
Nothing much, just chilling, man. Just getting ready to wrestle.
What has the recruiting process been like since I last saw you?
So after you left, I got a couple more schools hit me up, and then I really kind of narrowed it down pretty fast. Came down to Rutgers and Cornell, and that was the only visits I wanted to take, and then got my answer.
Why'd you call us?
Sunday after I win, I'm gonna commit in front of everyone and just do it, you know, as big as possible. It's the way I like to do things, so just make it all about me, you know?
It used to be, all right, you get your 5 visits. Now it's unlimited. You could take 10.
Yeah.
You could take 100.
Yeah.
But you wanted 2, and that's it. What was it about, like, what you discovered in the process that was like, all right, hey, shove all this 10 visits, 20 visits to the side, I want 2.
I mean, you see it this year with Super 32. A lot of kids just aren't here. They're putting like these visits over wrestling, which is just not the way I want to do things. I mean, you know how the visits go. They go out and all that, and I'm just not really, that's not what I stand for. I'm trying to become the best wrestler I could be. I'm trying to become the best version of myself, and I think taking unnecessary visits when I know I'm not going to go to that school just wasn't in the cards for me personally.
So when you win Super 32 on Sunday, you're either going to commit to Rutgers or Cornell.
100%, one of those two.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I was more excited when I first found out where I was gonna go. I mean, I'm excited to tell the world. It's gonna be pretty crazy. I've never seen a commitment like that, so yeah, that's why I'm excited to do it.
It's not an easy thing to just say, I'm going to win Super 32 and then commit. Like,
Yeah.
So you have to win Super 32 first. Do you think that adds any more pressure to you?
Pressure is privilege. So yeah, it's a little bit of pressure, but I guarantee you no one worked more than me. I guarantee you no one wants it more than me. And I guarantee you no one's better than me in any position. Conor McGregor kind of talks about where, yeah, he's talking crap to sell his fights, but he's also having the confidence to speak what he believes is going to happen into the universe. And I kind of believe that if you say something crazy and you truly believe it and you put it out there, it's going to happen a lot more likely than if you just kind of kept it in. I'm confident enough to say that I'm going to win this bracket in dominant fashion, and it's going to happen.
Anthony might be a little crazy, but at least in my experience, it's in a way that I can't help but respect and almost envy.
They say the biggest thing that makes you successful is being a hard worker, being disciplined, and being an attention whore. And I feel like I have all 3. So
do you think us being here with the cameras gives you an advantage?
oh, of course.
Dude, that's crazy.
No way I'm gonna lose in front of you guys. It's just not gonna happen.
This kid thrives under the pressure, under the cameras, in a really impressive way. Now we got day 2, and like I said, this is where the road starts to get really tough, and oh my gosh, he teched him.
What?
Daniel Martinez of California, the Bad 19. Daniel Martinez of California.
15-0. You looked at my camera and you said something. What'd you say?
I said I do this shit, because I really do. I'm about this. I live for this shit. I'm wrestling better out there than I've ever wrestled, and it's just important to kind of like fire yourself up. Like, I'm really doing this shit. I'm doing what I said I was gonna do. We came up with this whole series from single where like I go spladle, and if they defend, the cradle's there. So on him, he got to my leg, one spladle. He fought the spladle, cradle was there. It's cool like when you come up with something and then you hit it in like a high pressure scenario like that.
Like almost lose high if you could only hit it.
He's trying to make you feel good. He only cares about yourself.
You know I am a bodybuilder. Thank you for saying that, by the way, Tyler.
I've only talked to your dad on the phone. I wasn't expecting him to be a literal bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that. I really appreciate it.
How's it been since I last saw you?
It's been awesome, man. It was a lot of stress for a little while, a lot of recruiting, a lot of questions, but he's at the point now where he knows where he's going, which is really cool. And he's got a thing in his head of how he's going to announce, which he likes to put a lot of pressure on himself, which is really cool.
Does him putting that pressure on this tournament make you nervous at all?
Of course. Of course. When he says things like that, you're like, oh, God, he's putting too much pressure on himself. But, as the years have passed on, and I've listened to him make so many claims and, come through on 90% of them, even though they're super difficult to achieve, and he's able to do them, it's just, that's who he is, man. And, I got to get out of the way, make sure he eats, make sure he drinks, get him here on time, and that's my job. I get a front row seat to watch some pretty cool stuff. growing up, I was his hero. Now he's my hero, man. Like, watching him do things is pretty cool, man. My job is high five a hug. That's it. He's way beyond anything that I could do on a mat. There's no technique, there's no tactical stuff. Every once in a while I get to help him cut weight, and then I can't walk for like 3 days.
You think you could still break his legs in a jiu-jitsu?
Oh my God.
We go to the floor, I'm gonna break his legs.
We wrestled at UNC on Friday night. He beat the shit out of me, and he's like, let's roll jiu-jitsu. I tapped him like 50 times, dude, and I wasn't even trying, man.
5 techs straight into the semifinals, and now it's time for his first nationally ranked opponent.
Knox gets to a single, and Knox collects that second leg, gets the takedown with 5 seconds to go. Knox gets to the leg, head outside on the edge, tries to come back the other direction, and does. Knox posts, high crotch, cuts across, textbook finish. 9-0, Knox looking to cut, posts high crotch, switches to a double, finishes. That's gonna do it. Anthony Knox, 12-2. Over Keanu Dillard.
Major decision. At this point, he's now bonused his way into the finals, and he only has one more match to accomplish this insane goal he set out for himself.
Felt good. Maybe could have gotten a few more scores, especially from top. Like, I was kind of scared to go there because I knew he was good on top, and it's just not the way to wrestle. So I got to do a better job of attacking more in the finals, no matter what the score is.
You know who you're wrestling in the finals?
No.
It's going to be Desmond.
It's going to be Desmond? Yeah. What do you guys know about him?
Semifinals last year and the year
He
before.
likes to talk, so we'll see what he says.
There's a little rivalry going on there.
The fact that his coaches said that put me a little on edge.
15-3 over 2 matches. That's the rivalry.
But Anthony was vehement that it was not a rivalry. Leading up to the finals, Anthony seemed so chill. I felt like I was feeling the pressure even more than he was.
I think I probably get more nervous than he does, but I don't show it, he feeds off my energy, but his energy's always good. He's confident, so.
This was a big enough match as it was, but he also decided to add the pressure of his college commitment to it, and also the pressure of a 25-year-old idiot following him around with a camera the entire tournament.
Here we go, 120 pounds underway in the red, Anthony Knox.
And yet, he didn't seem nervous at all.
Desmond, a hard hand fighter. You can see the bridge of his nose looks a little beat up.
I think that's something that makes both these guys super special, is that not only are they flair and can they do really, really good stuff, they are willing to just turn it into a slugfest if that's what it takes to win.
The first period is scoreless for a while, and at this point, my mind starts to race. I'm like, man, what if he doesn't do it? But this whole tournament, he's been trying to hit what he and his dad call the Musakayev. Musakayev is the reigning world champion at 65 kilograms, and his movement is inhuman. So, of course, Anthony being Anthony, he wants to emulate that with this slick misdirection he's been attempting the entire tournament, but hasn't quite been able to hit. Until
Knox will get the takedown.
when he hit that Musakayev, I knew there was no way he was losing that match.
Need to keep it in the center. Oh, Desmond fired a low single off the whistle. Re-attack though. Knox fires another high crotch off. He'll look to double off. No score yet. Desmond will look to hook and roll him over. Doesn't get it. There's the takedown.
In the toughest high school tournament of the year, he had bonused his way through everyone. It was time for his big moment.
And he's not going to let the shutout go. He wants it. 11-0 the win, and what is this now?
Like I mentioned earlier in this video, I spent about 48 hours with Anthony on the first day that college coaches were allowed to contact him. And this never made the original video, but everyone I came into contact with, I asked them, if you had to bet money right now, what school do you think Anthony will commit to?
Arizona State.
Rutgers.
Princeton.
Penn State.
Cornell.
But more recently, as I was digging through that old footage, this moment from my conversation with his mom stood out above everything else.
Not that it will make his decision, but I do think that he will remember who contacts him first. Anthony's a very loyal kid. He's very, like I said, he's been with the same coaches since he's 7 years old. So I do think that, in his own little mind, he'll be like, they called me first.
All right, I'm getting this 10 more minutes and then I'm going to sleep. All right. First call.
Oh, what's the area code?
201. Hello?
What's up?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
I'm good, my man. Just giving you a ring, you know?
Staying up late for me, huh?
Yeah, long time no talk. You know, we're just excited to be able to start the process with you and, you know, see if we can't get you up to Cornell, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Look forward to it.
Anthony Knox, he's got a shirt. It's Cornell, the number 4 recruit in the class of 2025, is making his college commitment right now live after winning his second Super 32 title.
And it will be to the Cornell Big Red. That's a huge pickup for Ithaca.
2 times. I do this.
Like you in front of the camera, Flo. What do you think about that match? 8-0 win right there.
11-0.
11-0.
I think I did a good job.
Third period, he decided to go top game. He went for the top. What do you think about that?
Man, I knew how to get out. Can't hold me down. Seal off, stand up. That's all that guy right there. Hand fighting. All that guy right there. All that guy right there. Motion. All that guy right there.
Takes a village.
I get the credit, but we split the work.
It takes a village right here. Hey, Cornell, congratulations.
Yeah, everyone pose real quick.
My name is Anthony Knox, and I'm committing to Cornell.
Whoa! Anthony's arc as a recruit has been one of the coolest stories I've had the opportunity to tell while on this job. Shout out to him and his family for being some of the nicest, coolest people I've ever interacted with in this sport. And if you thought this access was cool, go ahead and give Anthony a follow on Instagram as a thank you. The more followers we can get these high school kids for giving us access, the more access we'll get from these high school kids. So that's one of the best things you can do as a viewer if you like these videos. And the last thing I'll ask you to do is comment below which recruit you think we should do this with next year. Peace.